Alright, so in this game there is a saying that goes, spread out, don't gaggle fuck. And, well, now you know the reason why. But yeah, welcome to Insurgency Sandstorm. I've been playing this game non-stop ever since I got it. And the reason is because the gameplay is just fresh, alright? It's exciting, and most importantly, it's also simple. I really like that about Insurgency Sandstorm. They focus mainly on the gunplay, and everything else, the bells and whistles, all that kind of stuff, you know, they're still there. There's still some fancy stuff that you can do, like kicking down doors, driving a truck around with a machine gun on its back, that kind of deal, but they keep it simple enough where it's not killing the tree. Like, it's not overweighting. You're still focusing on the more satisfying gunplay, where you're shooting people, the recoil of the guns, they feel right, as well as the sounds. Oh my god. Like, there's a video I'm going to link in the description below that goes into more detail, but they did such a good job mixing the sounds together. I feel like there isn't really any other game at the current moment that has sound done the way that Insurgency does it. I may be wrong, but you know, I try to look it up, and so far the only thing that I could see is Escape from Tarkov, but I have played Escape from Tarkov, and let me tell you right now, yeah, the sounds there, they don't work perfectly, but Insurgency Sandstorm, they got it down quite well. I also want to talk about the maps. Oh my god, the maps. Like, I couldn't nail it down, but or rather, it took me quite a while to nail down what it was about the maps that I enjoyed so much. But it's basically, the maps have stuff in them. Which, okay, now I know I sound like a crazy person, so I apologize. But buildings actually have furniture, right? Tables, chairs, but they also have dirt. They also have rugs. They also have pictures. That kind of deal. This world of Insurgency Sandstorm feels lived in. It doesn't feel too clean. It doesn't feel too artificial, at least compared to other games that I've played. These maps actually feel like people used to live here, or there is a battle that's going on, and that's why there's freaking broken cars down everywhere. That's why there's steel fences here and there. That's why this wall is freaking broken. You know, these maps feel alive, and they don't feel too clean. They feel dirty, as it should be, because we're humans. We're not a clean animal. It also helps with how respawning works in this game, as well as the number of players per server. So in Insurgency Sandstorm, I believe the highest number of players you can have on one server is 32, so 16 versus 16. And for the maps that we have, I think that's the perfect number. At least that's what it currently feels like. You have just enough action, but at the same time, you also have those moments of quiet where you can reposition, reload, take a chill pill, and, you know, during those moments of quiet, the tension builds up as you get ready for the next wave, which is different compared to other games where it's just non-stop action because everyone has an individual timer. Like when they die, oh, 5 seconds later, they're going to spawn again and they're going to be right back into the action. In this game, you actually have to spawn with your teammates, so you have to be careful of that, and it makes things a little bit more exciting in my personal opinion, and it makes your lives actually feel a little bit more meaningful as well. Now, it's not perfect. I realize I'm gushing about this game insanely, but I do want to mention it's not perfect. Optimization is an issue. Pretty much anyone who has bought this game and played it has complained about the optimization. And yeah, there's a reason why. You know, frames per second is pretty poor. there's a lot of stuttering, especially if you're playing on a hard drive. I notice if you're playing the game on a solid state drive and SSD, it's a lot better, but on a hard drive, yeah, you're not gonna have such a good time, at least in my personal opinion. Though that being said, it's 2019. I think it's about time, you guys, if you're planning on upgrading your computer, start with an SSD. I feel like a lot of games are moving towards using SSDs to sort of load in textures a little bit more quickly. Another thing that I want to mention is also the bugs as well. That's another big problem. I don't see people mention this as much, but there are bugs in this game. You know, there's harmless bugs like, oh, invisible hands, sliding on the floor because your running animation stopped. But there's also stuff like being able to set up a bipod and then move into the wall. I don't even know how to phrase it, but like move into the wall and basically become unkillable unless someone throws a grenade. Or you can just stand behind this wall, right, and somehow be considered inside the objective zone. And so you can sort of block enemies, and they can't really do anything unless they know you're behind that wall, and they just shoot you behind that wall. But in order to do that, they also have to have the right gun. So there are a couple of bugs here and there that are game breaking, that kind of ruin the flow of the game. So it's not perfect, but that being said, they have been working on it, they have been improving it, and apparently before the game was released it was a lot worse. So yeah, that's good. That's really good. I noticed that whenever I do these free mic videos, by the way, like there's always that negative part, but I don't know, I feel like there's no game that's perfect. This game is almost perfect.
Kill me, please.
I will say that, like, this game almost hits everything in my taste buds to the T. And if the developers keep working on this game, I can see myself playing it for a very long time. In fact, 2019, almost said 2018, almost got the date wrong again. But 2019, there's a bunch of content coming out for the game, you know, new maps, new weapons, but most importantly, mod support. Now that is something that I can't wait for, because community-made content is what really keeps a game alive. And in fact, when you think about it, Insurgency was originally a mod. It was made as a mod for Half-Life 2, and it turned into a standalone game. That standalone game got modded into Day of Infamy, which also turned into its own standalone game. And now the sequel, Sandstorm, well, it's getting mod support, and I don't know, that kind of just makes me excited because we might see another standalone game from Sandstorm. And I just want to say that the developers behind the game, New World Interactive, NWI, these guys are great, you know, no microtransactions for this game, everything is unlocked from the start. They're focusing on the gameplay, they're listening to the community in terms of the gameplay and what to fix, as well as they're optimizing the game as well. They're not saying that there's nothing wrong with the game, like, oh, who cares, you guys suck, don't buy our game if you don't like it. DLC is gonna be free, and yeah, there's a lot to like about this company, and I'm honestly surprised that this is just an indie developer company. So I just want to leave it off by saying that if 2018 has been a disappointing year for you, like you didn't like Call of Duty, you didn't like Battlefield, you don't like other first-person shooter games that you touch, then I recommend giving Insurgency Sandstorm a try. Currently, it's on sale. I believe it's only $27, original price being $30, so $3 off, not that much. But yeah, for what you're getting here, I would say that it's worth that price. Quite a lot, actually. Not to mention, yes, it's a little bit broken, but not as broken as a lot of games that are being released this year. Oh my god, I don't know what it is with 2018, but it's been the year of unfinished games in general. But I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I guess I can finally stop talking. I'm gonna go get ice cream now.